Hello everyone. In a previous video we talked about how to choose the right poker room. Make sure you watch that if you haven't already. Here we're talking about what to do once you select your room and actually buy chips and sit down. Essentially you want to familiarize yourself with your surroundings, and specifically you should be asking 3 questions. Who, what, and where? Alright, let's break this down. First of all, who are my opponents? Who are you playing? They say don't just play your cards, play your opponents. Secondly, what's the financial situation? And lastly, where's the button? This has to do with table position. Very important. All right, let's go back to the room we just entered. The first question is who? And the answer is, well, 1 seat is empty. I have 3 other opponents. And there's really only 1 guy here who threatens any significant percentage of my chip stack. So who is he? I tend to look at just 3 things. I look at how many hands has this person played, what is their percentage of winning hands, and what percentage of their bankroll are they playing with. Inexperienced players will usually make more mistakes. They often don't know what they're doing. Inexperienced players often telegraph their hands. They tell you exactly what they're holding. As far as the percentage of winning hands goes, I found that the higher percentage players, anything in the upper 20s, lower 30s, these are usually more aggressive players. They tend to bluff more. They tend to buy more pots. That's not the case with this guy. As far as the where question, obviously you see the little disc with the letter D for dealer in front of me. That means I'm on the button. I'm in the most advantageous and desirable seat at the table. So I get more information. In this case, I get information that somebody's going all in, and I can fold the hideous 5-9 offsuit. We also learned that this other player here has about 80% of his bankroll sitting there in front of him on the table. That can mean he doesn't know what he's doing, which is probably the case, or he doesn't care about his chips. Let's take a look at another hand here. I enter the room, I see the dealer button there. I have to wait this hand, so it looks like I'm going to be on the button again. Quick glance at the shark. Ooh, I've got the lovely 7-3. I'm just going to play this hand so I can keep talking. All right, 100 hands played. Don't need to worry about this guy. 7-3. Sure. How about this other gentleman here? About the same thing, about 200 hands. Okay, so I'll just go back and look at the shark. He biggest pot won, 90 million. Right now he's got about 14, 15, and he's brought it all with him to the table. So 21,000 hands played. He's not where he used to be. I'm going to anticipate some big moves. He's anxious. I'm guessing he's anxious to get back up on the level where he used to be. One more hand. I enter the room, I see 38 million to my right, I see 53 to my left, I've bought in for 40, I see the dealer button right in front of me, but I'm going to be in the cutoff for my first hand because that dealer button is going to move to the left. So let's check out some of the stats on these people. It's an art and a science. I'm not saying that you bet your life on what you find here, but you know, this is telling. 162,000 hands. 0 bankroll, obviously on a downswing. Not sure why Zynga rounded down there. Let's check out the T-Rex. Some really nice numbers. And I just like to do this whenever I go into a room just to get as much information as possible. Looks like the T-Rex is going to be our strongest player. Welcome to poker. The lovely Jack-3. I will just check that. It posts the equivalent of the big blind. Now that I've looked around and I've seen everybody, I feel like I'm ready to play some poker.